I used to think the world was fair, that if I gave my best, people would notice. That effort alone was enough. But the world doesn't run on effort. It runs on dominance, on discipline, on results. No one rewards the man who tries. They reward the man who wins. I learned that lesson the hard way, through silence, through rejection, through watching weaker men get sympathy while I got ignored. Pain taught me what comfort never could. The world only bows to strength. Not the strength of muscle, but of mind. Not noise, but presence. Not kindness, but control. Every man faces that day when he realizes no one is coming to save him. It's the day you stop waiting for help. The day you look in the mirror and see the only weapon you'll ever have, yourself. That's when transformation begins. When comfort dies and purpose is born. I remember the moment I broke. Everything I thought I was shattered. Friends vanished. Dreams evaporated. The world kept moving, indifferent. And in that emptiness, I found truth. No one cares about your pain. They care about what you become despite it. You can scream, beg, or cry, and people will scroll past you. But rise once, just once, and the same people will call you strong. That's the hypocrisy of respect. It doesn't exist for the broken. It belongs to the rebuilt. Strength is lonely. Discipline isolates you. But isolation refines you like fire. Every hour alone sharpens your mind, hardens your resolve. Weak men chase distraction. Strong men sit with pain until it obeys them. The world loves the image of strength, not the process that creates it. They praise lions, but forget how many bones they had to break to learn to hunt. Every compliment you'll ever get is built on the battles no one saw. That's the cost of being respected. You must first be misunderstood. When I stopped seeking validation, everything changed. I no longer needed applause. I needed power. Not over others, over myself. The power to wake up when I didn't want to. The power to work when no one was watching. The power to keep walking through the dark without a light. You will lose people when you change. They loved your weakness because it made them feel safe. When you evolve, you threaten the comfort of others. They'll call you arrogant, cold, heartless, but what they're really saying is, you grew beyond my control. The truth is brutal. Men who seek to please are forgotten. Men who command respect live forever in memory. Women, society, friends, they all respect what they can't manipulate. Be kind but never compliant. Be calm but never soft. Your silence should carry more weight than another man's shouting. I stopped chasing approval the day I realized approval is currency for the weak. Respect doesn't come from being liked, it comes from being undeniable. You don't beg for respect. You build it. Every repetition in the gym, every late night, every lonely decision, each one adds a brick to the fortress no one can take from you. The world will test you. It will humiliate you, break you, starve you, and then it will stand back to see if you rise. That's the test of every man's worth. Those who stand earn respect. Those who fall and never get up are erased. I've met men who talk about goals and men who act on them. Guess which ones the world remembers? The difference isn't talent, it's endurance. The strong man doesn't quit when he's tired. He quits when he's done. The weak man looks for comfort. The strong man looks for challenge. There's a point where pain stops being punishment and becomes fuel. When you no longer fear it, pain starts serving you. That's when you become dangerous. Not violent, focused. Not emotional, calculated. The man who controls himself controls everything. When life stripped me bare, I found clarity. No titles, no friends. No noise, just me in the mirror. That's when I realized the mirror doesn't lie. It shows the man you are, not the one you pretend to be. I saw weakness.
I saw fear.
And I decided both had to die. You kill weakness through action. Every small act of discipline is a stab into the heart of who you were. Wake early, work harder. Speak less. Move sharper. That's how strength is born, not in crowds, but in silence. I stopped explaining my pain to people who couldn't understand it. They didn't deserve the story of my struggle. You don't owe anyone your suffering. You owe yourself your transformation. So I turned inward. I became my own judge, jury, and executioner. And the weak parts of me didn't survive the trial. The world rewards results, not reasons. It respects confidence, not complaints. And if you forget that, you'll spend your life waiting for mercy from people who don't have any to give. The strong man creates his own mercy by mastering himself. The first rule of strength, never announce it. Let your actions scream while your mouth stays silent. When you walk into a room, don't demand attention, command it. Power doesn't chase. It attracts. Every second you beg, you betray your potential. There comes a moment when silence becomes heavier than noise. That's when you know you've crossed the line, when your peace begins to intimidate people. They sense you no longer need them and it unsettles them. Dependence dies and in its place grows power. I used to look for understanding. Now I look for results. Understanding never paid the price for my battles. Effort did. When the dust settles, the world never asks how you feel, only what you built. So I build every day, brick after brick, wound after wound. That's how legacies rise, quietly, relentlessly. There's a strange thing about strength. When you become strong, life stops giving you sympathy. It gives you responsibility. People start depending on you, not helping you. They bring their chaos to your doorstep and call you the solution. And you carry it because that's what strong men do. We shoulder the weight others can't even look at. But the weight doesn't care who you are. It will crush you if you relax. So you learn to live under pressure, breathe inside fire, smile through exhaustion. You learn that calm isn't the absence of storms. It's mastery within them. And slowly, you transform from a man seeking peace to a man who creates it. Every scar becomes a medal. Every failure becomes a weapon. And soon, pain stops being your enemy. It becomes your language. You start speaking in endurance. You start thinking in persistence. You start living in defiance of everything that once tried to break you. I've watched men drown in comfort. They trade ambition for entertainment, strength for distraction. They think freedom means ease, but ease is the cage. Comfort softens the edge that keeps you dangerous. A man who avoids discomfort avoids greatness. The world doesn't remember the entertained. It remembers the relentless. I used to chase validation. Now I chase mastery. Because once you master yourself, the world bends differently around you. You stop reacting. You start directing. The chaos that once controlled you becomes your servant. And people call it luck, but it's not luck, it's discipline, disguised as destiny. The strong man is feared and respected, but rarely loved. That's the hidden cost. People admire what they cannot control, but they keep their distance, and you must accept that distance. Love will come and go, but purpose must remain. Affection is temporary. Achievement is eternal. That realization turns your heart colder, but also sharper. Strength changes your eyes. They stop begging, they start measuring. You see through lies, through weakness, through empty noise. The world becomes transparent, and what once excited you now looks cheap. That's the curse of clarity. Once you see, you can't unsee. And most of what you see is weakness pretending to be virtue. There's beauty in becoming unbreakable, but it's not glamorous. It's built from nights without sleep, from tears no one will ever witness, from choosing pain when comfort was easier. That's what makes you dangerous. The fact that you've suffered and stayed silent. You learn to respect other strong men because you recognize the cost. A nod, a handshake, a moment of eye contact, that's all it takes. No words, no praise. Just mutual acknowledgement that both of you survived the fire. And yet deep down, there's a quiet truth. Strength doesn't save you from loneliness. It teaches you how to live with it. The higher you rise, the fewer people can stand beside you. But you stop resenting it. Solitude becomes your kingdom and silence your crown. Still, the darkness never leaves completely. Even the strongest man bleeds in private. He just bleeds in rhythm with his purpose. He doesn't collapse, he converts pain into motion. And when the world sees him again, they call him unstoppable. But he knows the truth. He's not unstoppable, just unwilling to stay down. Every generation forgets that respect is earned in suffering. We glorify results and hide the sacrifice. But the men who built empires, who changed destinies, all paid the same price, their peace. Greatness demands isolation, misunderstanding, exhaustion. If you can carry that, you deserve the crown. If you can't, step aside, so I carry it. Not because I enjoy it, but because it's mine. The burden makes the man. Without it, I'd be hollow. Every struggle carves something deeper into me. Patience, ruthlessness, focus. Together they forged an armor no praise can penetrate and no insult can crack. People ask me what it feels like to be strong. It feels heavy. It feels lonely. It feels like standing on a battlefield long after the noise has stopped, with nothing left but silence and scars. But inside that silence lives something pure, respect, earned, not given. And I understand now that strength doesn't guarantee happiness. It guarantees clarity. You see the world as it is, not as you wish it to be. You stop expecting fairness. You stop demanding softness. You become the storm that others fear to face. There's no final victory, only endurance.